I'm sure everybody can hear everything in the background. Okay. I'm just testing out this. I know it's kind of early. I don't think anybody that follows me is up or anything. You might hear a work truck going off in the background and stuff like that. I'm at work. I got to multitask here if I'm going to put some content out. So bear with me. I got so much wildness going on. All right, but let's talk about some comic. I know yesterday was comic book day for Marvel and all the other movies. Tuesday for DC is their comic book day. So depending on your local comic book store, you'll find out whether you can get your DC early or they just might put it out on Wednesday. I sometimes go to multiple different stores. Well, I picked up Negaduck from Darkwing Duck, Negaduck 1, the foil copy. I like the price. Dynamite did a good deal. It's $3.99. It looks good. It's like looking at a cell shot from the TV show. It's greatly animated. It's or drawn, colored very well. It looks very good. And then I got that Batman Gargoyle of Gotham. I didn't get all the way through it. Last night I got a couple pages deep. The story is pretty solid, pretty good. For Batman to be gritty this time, it looks like they're using the Batman from the movies of Robert Patterson. Uh, but in this comic book, James Gordon is white and not black, so I don't know what's going on. It looks like it's the Batman from the movies, the Robert Patterson. We'll find out as the story progresses. Hold on, here we go. Here's some nasty fun. You're going to be hearing some nasty. I'm thankful I get to work and it's raining outside. But I don't think people are going to want me to do a lot of stuff. It's going to be a slow work day, but it's work. Anyway. So I got a little bit into the Batman. I want to say about 4 pages or so. But I read this story of this comic book coming out by IDW Publishing. Now, I used to get all the IDW Transformer comic books. They were just cool looking. I don't even remember the story. But this story of this Killmore comic that's out, it seems pretty cool because it's in the city. It's being abandoned in the future. It says several years from now. Hell, it looks like any major city right about now. The people are fleeing the cities. The homeless are just everywhere. But in this story, the homeless have dropped significantly because people have fled the cities. People can have 5 houses. Direct quote from the book. Mayor, the homeless problem is only because anybody can have 5 houses if they want. Now, some of the stuff they say in the comic book is pretty straight up funny. It's it's gonna tell a story about the city and the people who inhabit it. Like what's being attracted, who's being brought into the city, why are they attracted to the city, and well, what kind of people would be attracted to a drug-fueled city with poverty and nobody cares? Cops are leaving, businesses are leaving, residents are leaving. Only the poor who can't leave are the ones left there, and they're drug addicts. Well, that just means that here comes the psycho. This one guy's name was Neighbor Dangleberry. He called it the giraffe. That's where our story kind of kicked off. Actually, I won't say it in Thelma. It's the old lady on the cover. Oh man, I could have put a video in. I should have done that. I might have to do a little 15-second clip. I might have to run that still. There we go. Sorry for all the noise. Bear with me. Like I said, I'm working, so I'm just trying to do two things at once. So this, it's like it's just abandoned. Everybody's there. Just, you see, like whenever it kind of coincides with that Batman comic. It's real. So, you know, shows the city, shows two cops talking before they meet Mr. Naval Dangleberry. And they're like, you know, talking about the situation. One cop's like, yeah, me and my family are leaving, better pay, better opportunity. The other cop's like, what the hell, I'm still going to stay here. And he's like, oh, you got a new partner coming in, maybe something to work out. Now, these cops are being good cops because I think they're working without getting paid at this point. There's no money in the city. It's pretty crappy. The, the whole city is just in economic turmoil. It's processing the video.
When the city is decaying and all the lunatics come out to start playing, what do we get? Killmore.
I thought that was a pretty good clip. Come on now. Yeah, it attracts a bunch of serial killers. That old lady is where comic book initially picks up. She's driving a car, and it looks like she intentionally ran somebody over. Well, she, she's like, I'll go get help. She gets out and checks on the guy's flat. And she's like smiling with this grin. Look at me on the cover, you can clearly see. Well, and then it starts going and talking about how we're going to meet Mr. Neighbor. Come to find out, everybody called him the giraffe because he's got long neck and ears like a giraffe. Homeboy is crazy. He's talking about how he watched all these murder shows and how all the criminals are dumb on CSI and everything. How he could do it better. They were dumb people who didn't know how to cover it up. And the cop's like, yeah, but I found you covered in blood with a fillet knife in your pocket, covered in blood. And he's like, yeah, I was feeling pretty invincible after the first few. And he's like, first few. It's like, how many did you commit? How many did you kill? And he's like, the other cop says, he's like, you're so screwed because You got caught red-handed. You have no leverage. You committed these crimes. We have you. You have the rights. You're going to get like 250 years. And he was like, now help us out. Tell us why you came. And we'll see if we can get you some TV for those 250 years. The guy's like, I like videos. So he starts telling it. I watched all this stuff and I thought that I could be better than everybody else. And starts showing the city with just piles of bodies of people and how this person he murdered, he hacked them up into bits because the TV was on loud and the door was unlocked. He was just walking into people's houses. It was pretty wild. Now at this time we're introduced to another character, a lady cop, a black lady, and she is doing her thing. She's walking around as they're talking. The cops are, and she's looking and looking, and she finds something. And she goes, "It's in like this house." She's looking in this house. And she looks through the window of the house and she sees an empty store across the street. So she goes across the street, goes to the store, and in the store, it's empty. She's, an abandoned store. She finds a cellar door. So she opens it and goes down there, leads into a basement. Now, really dark, she pops out her flashlight, her gun, does the common gun stance. With flashlight on bottom, gun on top, with control of the recoil. Um, that was a shot. But so she's walking around, and at this time, the cop he decided to stay. Homeboy got long hair. He looks young, but he also looks like he's a killer too. Like, to me, he looks like he's one of the murderers. She called him over, and they're like, "We got to sit here 6 hours before anybody comes to investigate the crime scene." That's how many cops are there. They're like, damn, we can't just sit here for 6 hours with thumbs up our asses while people are committing these heinous acts. What can you do besides sit and wait? And he goes, look, these are the criminals or the cases I printed out before the database stopped working. There's thousands of names there, and I've crossed off the ones that I found. So there's no way to, I'm doing all this by hand. And she takes a look and she's like, I guess I'm going to help because I grew up here in the city. It's pretty wild because the whole time they're talking and just showing everything that's progressing, the fall and decay of the city, and it shows this woman, this powerlifting woman at this time. She's like punching somebody. There's blood flying, knuckles all red, and she's over there eating some food at some place at a diner, and the guy's like, "Well, thanks for stopping by." She's like, "I think I like it here. I'm gonna stay a while." She's a murderer too. She's a serial killer. She beats her people to death, and starts showing another guy who looks like a homeless guy, the sufferer. He was strangling people, telling them, "It's okay, I'll take the pain away." Just the different styles of these serial killers being attracted to this decaying city. The whole time I read this book and I was thinking of Judge Dredd, how Judge Dredd predicted the future, the novel. I'm actually going to buy that soon. That's pretty wild. All right, well, that's all I got for right now. We'll talk about Negative Duck and the Batman comic probably tonight or tomorrow. Alrighty, y'all. Later.